We are trying to get going here. I'm hoping this is going to work on Twitch. Let's get the chat back up here. All right, so let's make sure we're live and everyone can hear me just fine. First things first. Let's get the broadcast out that we are now live. The CBGM College Basketball General Manager, the Final Four. Let me post that. And I think hopefully we're live. I got to check that this is definitely happening on a different website. And yeah, it looks pretty good. I think we're up and running here. So I have an ad though. Currently watching, so probably no one can hear me. But yeah, so not everyone needs to hear my whole life story, but Streamlabs, for whatever reason, version 1.16.3 broke scenes, so the ticker is not working at the bottom. But I was able to salvage coming back and having the settings in the border in the background for OBS Studio. So we are able to stream. The ticker is just not going to be working at the moment. But I hope the audio quality is good, and we should get going here soon. So we'll see if we can actually make these, make the live stream, but I'll put out a broadcast right now. And if you don't know what this is the College Basketball General Manager. This is our last season on the version 23 of the Simulator Draft Day Sports College Basketball. Moving to 24, which has been out for some time, but 23 is basically the version we're just going to wrap this season up with, and then we'll get going to that. So I don't know if there's anybody here. No one's come into the chat, and I don't see anybody on the stream, but we'll just get going here because people can just jump in when they like. So let's worry about that. We're gonna ask is okay. So let's remove the this overlay. This is the Final Four. This is the matchup. So two big number ones going at it between UConn and Louisville. For UConn, they've been knocking on the door for a few seasons now. They've had some of the best players at the Indy MVP of the camp going to their school, and this year it's Ernie Campbell. Last year there's like a Jamie Stewart. I think it might be a year or two back. But UConn has definitely been knocking on the door, and Louisville just seems to somehow just get the one up them. And the next one, it's Wichita State against VCU. And in that one, it's one of my teams, so I get to actually root for someone this go. And then VCU, which is basically a powerhouse now. I've been recruiting in the top 10 for a while. Next year it looks pretty crazy too. So let's get going here. Let's not waste time. I know it's a little bit late right now for the East Coast. For the West Coast, I don't know, about 8 p.m. and daytime in Australia. So it's kind of where I'm doing this right now. So, all right, we're going to go. This is a juggernaut battle between UConn and Louisville. So let's get to this one. Let's get it going. Final Four. Again, the Cards get a number one rank. Their star is Chris Perdue. I'm pretty sure it's Ernie Campbell for UConn. But let's take a look. Yeah, Ernie's having a huge freshman season. He's joined by another set of guys who have been to the Final Four before. I remember some names here, Stowers. But then we have on the other side Phil Gallagher, the transfer from Texas, and Grant, who ended up coming here. Nate Ravenel has been part of Louisville's runs for some time. And we'll see if Chris Perdue can join the legendary Howard Barr, who was just incredible in terms of the tournament and the upset and the type of talent he was. So let's get to the tip. And let's make sure we're on full speed here. And just check that there's no stops, auto sub. Yeah, we look good to go here. And here's the tip. Will UConn slay the dragon? Will they be able to do that? Don't want that. Here we go. So anyways, no one's in here in the chat, but we're streaming anyway because we store all this stuff on the website. We have our Final Fours and Finals from the year we started, which was almost in 2021, 2022. So with that link there that I posted into the chat, that's where you can go and actually apply and do different things like that. So, hey Kev, how you going? Here's your chance. Kev BK, join the chat. He is the recruiter and coach for the UConn Huskies. He is hoping to finally win his first championship. Has brought UConn up back to where they are in real life at this stage. But trying to get it done in the video game to join like real life. So see how that goes. Now, I just want everyone to know this is a different streaming software I'm using. So if hopefully it's not too choppy or anything like that, good quality throughout, and the audio we'll just have to deal with because we need to get this league going and move on to the version 24, which will be pretty interesting as we also upgrade our Pro Observation Universe, which is called NBGM, which basically no one is a GM, a human GM, but everybody has a chance to follow some of their alumni players as they go pro. And right now we have a full universe of just full of CBGM players from the college universe. Only a couple of human players kind of remain. They're in their late 30s. And those types of players were young players when the game started, like RJ Barrett, things like that. So yeah, we're seeing the end of Luka's career. He's like 38. Trae Young just was a crazy scorer throughout his career in the video games. So they're retiring, and now it is a universe of our stars. So back to this though, CBGM. It is a quiet, slow start for both teams. Not a lot of offense going on in the first 4 minutes here. Nate Ravenel trying to get, I guess, possibly a second ring. I'd have to take a look to see how that is. All right. Still 5 minutes in, the score has been the same for the last little while here. Very low scoring game. Very low field goal percentage on both teams at the moment. Bill's here. What's up, Bill? It's always good to have more people from the league join up and root for or root against some of these teams. So whoever you cheer for. Which is mostly themselves if they had teams that were still remaining. But so far, this game is real slow. A defensive battle, we'll call it, or just offensive impotence. But at the moment, Chris Purdue has had to go off. I don't know for what reasons. Maybe I should pay some more attention to that. So at the end of the day, is it going to be Ernie Campbell who becomes the name, the guy that got it done at UConn, the most prestigious, glorious player of them all? We shall see. But first, got to slay a Louisville team with a different kind of roster. Thanks, Kev. Appreciate the subscription. And so we'll see. at least Ernie Campbell's on the floor. So, again, this is the Final Four. You got to win 2 games to get anointed. This is not the championship officially, but I think a lot of people are thinking between these 2 teams, whoever gets through could win the next one, should win the next one against either VCU or Wichita State. All right, so UConn right now has a lead. Obviously, you're all looking at the same score. Be interesting to see. So right now we have a motion offense usually being run there by, I guess, Cards. UConn's in some sort of free-flowing type offense against the man, just kind of letting them riff on what they want to do. But the story at the moment is Chris Purdue on the bench. That is definitely to the benefit of UConn. And Louisville trying to figure out who they want to use in that spot. So they've subbed out the backup shooting guard to then bring in the third option, Claggett. He's on the court now. Now, I don't know if they're all getting into foul trouble or what, but that's just the way it is at the moment. So Ernie Campbell has not done anything offensively, but has 4 boards and padding the other stats. So a steal, a block, and I think there's an ad right now for everybody on Twitch, but it's just the way it is. All right. So Ernie Campbell, big steal. Right now, UConn has a 5-point lead. And UConn's holding on to that 5-point lead still. Ernie Campbell finally got on the board with an earlier deuce. But he missed a 3 not long ago. All right. Soon this ad break should end for our viewers. But still no Chris Purdue to be seen. So Louisville's only down 5. And it's a 3-point game. UConn needs to open up a bit of a bigger lead here. Kev obviously is not hearing about these ads because he just subscribed, so he's not missing any of the action. He's hearing me perfectly. So right now we got Campbell off, and Louisville's a bit quiet, but without Purdue on the floor, UConn needs a bigger lead here. Now, I feel like the firepower is less than prior years. Like, we used to see some real, 3-4 superstar players per team. Or like Louisville had a combination of Matt McKnight, Howard Barr. Like these guys, like Matt McKnight's having a big season in the NBGM right now for the New York Knicks. So that was a bit of a steal in the draft. I think he was a late first, made the late first, and producing 14, 15 a game for the Knicks right now. So just goes to show the kind of talent that was out there that was trying to, put down Jamie Stewart who's just starting to get it going on the Raptors. Uh, we'll see. The playoffs will be simmed in a bit. We are just starting the playoffs in that one. Okay, so still no Chris Purdue. Maybe it's an injury. I definitely missed that. Zendon Sullivan, the Amish-looking guy here. He's getting it going. All right, UConn's starting to open it up by 5. I almost at this stage feel bad for UConn, and I am cheering for UConn. And just because Cards is just going to have start running away with titles. He had a bit of a drought. He was a bit jinxed for a while, and then he's had a really good recent run. So, but you know, if Cards goes out, there'll be a very worthy potential champion, whomever it is, between who's been the guy's nickname is and he's been really good at recruiting and really made VCU into a powerhouse. Had some guys over the years that just weren't good enough to get them to where they needed to be, between Brett Parmar and Adam Scott on VCU, but yeah, anyways, that's the next game. So let's talk about this one. Purdue is back in, so it was a foul issue. So he had 2 fouls really fast. Odd to get that at that position. And then but he's back in the game now. We'll see that he doesn't get any ticky-tack fouls. Purdue foul. Wow. Joe Wilson is just, I don't know what the game plan was before that, but get Chris Purdue off the court. That was a huge foul. It's possible Chris Purdue may not be seen now for quite a bit of time. And it seems to be the position that gives UConn the biggest fits, too. Howard Barr just had an incredible performance to just outshine Jamie Stewart, who just seemed to always get, was always one step ahead of him. And then afterwards in the NBGM draft, thinking Jamie Stewart, he's definitely going number 1. Miami out of nowhere takes Howard Barr. So Jamie Stewart's illustrious perfection of a career kind of had a couple hiccups, but still, what a talent. And Howard Barr has this legacy that was written after that. So yeah, Joe Wilson right now is doing what it takes to get Chris Purdue off the floor. It is a close one still with no Chris Purdue. And that's got to be troubling for UConn, because they got to start taking over Campbell and Stowers, and I don't know the other guys too well, but I don't think they were 5-star recruits in any way. Could be wrong. I will be probably corrected in the chat. Three-point lead, Stowers with 10. So that's a familiar name getting it done. And where does it? UConn with the 5-point lead. Still a low-scoring game overall. It's picked up a little bit here. Under was the call. UConn with the lead despite shooting 28% from the field. Even less, 26.9% from the field now. Oh, that's called a screensaver. We don't want that. And 0 for 9 Louisville from 3, but yet still knocking on the door. This game will be close. You know, if Chris Purdue can stay out of foul trouble, get back out there. Joe Wilson contributing again with the board. Lakey is a 5-star, but he's not even a starter. So I guess that, I don't know, is that someone that's off the bench? Either way, whatever. This is a big first half. This is what UConn wants. They want Chris Purdue unavailable, neutralized. They want the lead. Oh, well, I don't want to speak too soon. Let's see how it wraps up here. Joe Wilson drawing calls. Shooting foul, 1 of 2. Or it could have been just foul on the floor, but 1 of 2 anyway. Now, when are some names going to make their return for Louisville? So Ravenel has been a guy that was in the prior runs. One of Louisville's most decorated players. We're almost at the conclusion of the first half. And I don't understand why some of these players have faces and some don't, because everyone has a face in our game, so whatever. 4-point lead. Ravenel, just when I was calling him out to do something. He got the steal, and then he turned it over. So not much going on there. Last shot, UConn. And is he pulling up yet? Oh, God, this game's going slow. 5, 2. And a huge 3 from Ernie Campbell. The big. Now, the two bigs are both just abusing Louisville. Chris Purdue, 3 minutes of action. That's not going to cut it. 3 fouls. That's the danger. And let's get right back to the action here. Second half. Off we go. Phil Gallagher is chirping the refs. Ernie Campbell's 3 is definitely big. Oh, Sparrow, it's good. Good to have you in the chat. I know it's a little late for some. Glad anyone can make it. Wow, Ravenel finally getting it going there. Big 3. Chris Purdue, again, we'll have a bit of a guess when he returns. I don't think we're going to see him until about 10 minutes to go in the second half. I think I called some of that similarly last time. But they were, I don't know, I think they had 4 fouls at the time. But, I mean, with 2 to go, Purdue, you know, it seems kind of, I don't know, it could come in at the 14-minute mark maybe. Hardy's doing a pretty decent job in replacement at the moment. But it's Joe Wilson right now, who's a big contributor with Purdue out. But Louisville's just hanging around. UConn needs to kind of open up like a nice 10-point lead here. That's the guy who's got to do it. Ernie Campbell with another three. He had a three to wrap up the first half. He is their superstar. He is the, I believe, the Indy Camp MVP as well. He is the man that needs to get UConn all the way to the summit. Wilson's chucking. Not hitting the deep jumper. Good's working it around. Louisville's not running any kind of play set. And Abassi Hardy is stepping up for Purdue at the moment. I guess a lot of the offense runs around that shooting guard position, and the backup right now is doing their job. So we got Campbell with an offensive board, Gallagher with the foul. Campbell then fouled at the rim, hits both. That's pretty key. Hitting free throws as a big man. So they're 17 of 19 from the free throw line, which is very, very good for UConn. So Phil Gallagher for three, the ex-Texas transfer. And his personality is just mean. So if you take a look at how well he gets along with anybody, he does not. keeps the game close. And a missed three from Ravenel. And here's Campbell. Campbell needs to take over. And Purdue with the foul. That's exactly what UConn needed. Now, who knows when he'll come back. He might come back with 5 minutes left to go in the game. I don't know, but Chris Purdue is now neutralized. And Campbell with the dunk. It's exactly what UConn needed. And one. There's Dedrick Lakey. So he's a 5-star. There's finally someone on the floor that is apparently a real talent, but it's not very good, I guess. He did throw the ball away to Gallagher. So it's really going to be Gallagher right now. See if he can carry a combination of the bench with Hardy. I don't know. Good's been kind of quiet. Ravenel hasn't done much. And I don't know. Somehow Louisville has the lead. What in the world? And what's going on here? We got a big defensive rebound from Gallagher. Off the block by Dwiggins. And a foul on Gallagher. He's got 3. One more if Campbell can. Well, it's not even Campbell that's drawing it out. It's Nunez with the end one. And UConn has the lead by a deuce. We're seeing a great game here right now. And it's definitely the unsung heroes. Dimitri Good trying to call me out on saying he's done nothing. So Gallagher with another block. 7 blocks on the night. Gallagher is just clogging the paint. I mean, to some extent, because Stowers and Campbell probably have combined 20-plus points, but definitely swatting away. So it is very much bench time for Louisville. We're just seeing Dwiggins as the only starter that's still out there. And similarly, Stowers and Campbell are off for UConn. Fair to say, I think this is the time a lot of teams on their depth chart, they kind of take a break. Okay. Absolutely. I mean, the field goal percentages are quite ugly. Joe Wilson missing. And I don't know when we would see Chris Purdue. I mean, has not played the entirety of the game, but had a huge shot before his a really dumb 4th foul. And Nunez makes 2 free throws. Four-point lead, 8 minutes to go. Who is it going to be? Gallagher getting his rest right now. Campbell is back in. Stowers is back in. Wilson's out there. Here we go. Campbell's going to try to open up the game. Grab the offensive board there. And the front court duo for UConn's out there to try to put the game away. But Gallagher is back out. Foul on Dwiggins. So the starting center goes to the bench. Stowers gets 1 of 2. And it's Gallagher out there who's going to try to go against Campbell and Stores. And Gallagher blocks Campbell. And Denson blocks Stores. And Denson gets the ball. Huge defensive sequence there to keep the game. Hardy with the three. Purdue's backup. Chris Purdue on the bench. And Abassi Hardy hits a three to keep the game close. Stowers with a little jump shot. 4-point lead. And we got turnover. I thought it looked like a... Oh, no, Wilson got the steal for that. And Wilson to the line. Hardy with the foul. Hits both. So a 6-point lead for UConn. I mean, they should be up considering Purdue has not played the whole match. The whole game, you could say. Cookie Denson draws the call, 1 of 2. Right now, Purdue is back in. The coach has said, we need this. This is a key juncture. 5-point lead. 6 minutes. Oh, Dwiggins is not the starter. Blair is the starting center. He was just in foul trouble. All right, Campbell hits both. Gallagher with the foul. Gallagher's got 4 fouls now. If Gallagher goes out, it's going to be probably night-night for the Cards. I'm definitely going to have to ban this spammer. Didn't realize we our 5 live viewers is good enough to get spammed. All right, I need to get. All right, so 7-point lead still. Okay, so we just cleaned up the chat there. Okay, and 7-point game. Gallagher with the rebound. And defensive rebound by Campbell. Purdue's shooting. He's trying to keep his team in it, but he's missing as well. So Campbell right now with a 19 and 11 performance, 5 of 20 shooting is pretty miserable, but it might be enough for UConn here. Games can swing fast. 4 minutes. Campbell with the turnover. Purdue to inbound. Just bringing it up, Chris Purdue. Stores with the foul. Blair, though, misses it. That was a bad free throw miss. There was a good foul by Stores. Unfortunately, he's on the bench now. Zendon Sullivan will be playing for him at center. Ravenel with the rebound. If he's going to win another championship, he's got to get it going. Chris Purdue's missing. He's cold. He has not been out there most of the night. We've got Mike Blair getting blocked. So UConn stepping it up defensively. And Sullivan off the bench contributing. It's a 9-point lead. Oh, okay, Stores is fouled out. Gotcha. All right. Dimitri Good hits a big 3 to keep any chance of Cards coming back. So it was a 9-point lead, approximately at the 3:30 mark. Big offensive rebound there by UConn and Burks. Blair with the steal. Chance for the Cards to get it closer. Working it around is Purdue. And miss. Mike Blair's taking the shots. Burks gets the board. Campbell's got the ball down low. Kicks it out. Joe Wilson, huge three. That's big. Goes up 9. Mike Blair, Purdue misses the shot. Huge offensive rebound by Blair to give them any chance. Is Purdue going to shoot it again? Nope. Gallagher's got it. Gallagher missed because Campbell swatted it away. Ravenel foul. It's looking really good for UConn now. It's an 11-point lead. It's enough. It looks like it's enough. I'm calling it now. UConn is going to go to the championship game with a chance to not choke against VCU or Wichita State coming up next. And Al Moore just doing what it takes to get the game wrapped up. And we're almost done with this one. Congratulations to UConn. They have a chance. They've now slayed the dragon, but something just seems to go odd for UConn when they get so close. We'll see what happens in the next game. And Campbell's got the ball to wrap up this one. I wonder if the new game has a bit more speed to it. This was a 42-minute stream. And with a game to go, so there he goes. Campbell showed how many times this year he's hit over 20 points, quite a few times. And UConn's up 12. Chris Purdue just had a foul at the wrong time, had his team cooking until the 4th foul came around, and the whole game swung. And UConn is, basically replicating real life, just playing great basketball. And that's a wrap. That's all she wrote on this one. And the star of the game, Ernie Campbell, didn't terrible shot percentage, but he had a couple big threes when it counted. And 20 and 11, Purdue, just miserable night, foul trouble all night, fouled out of the game eventually by the end. And that would cook Cards and put them to bed. All right, the next one, my team versus VCU. So we'll see what the preview says. We got VCU as a 2.5-point spread. Favorite in this one. Wichita State 16-game winning streak coming into this. And we'll see how it goes. So let's talk about the starting lineups. AI, come on now. I ain't doing nothing here. Let's get to the 2D. And who will Kev BK be playing in the final? And I'm not sure. I think VCU is they're big. The 2 or 3 out of the top 10 recruits. I think that's next season. So kind of scary to think that this isn't even their best version of them themselves. So, senior team. Let's talk about, first of all, Wichita State. So, storyline here. Rayer used to play for VCU, was a transfer. He's a senior now. Led the entire league with 8.5 assists per game. Herrera is the all-time leading scorer in the CBGM. He's probably playing one of his last games if he doesn't win this one. And then we got McAfee and Timmons, who are just big-time Diaper Danny recruits. Lyde was a redshirt freshman who's now doing his thing, so the timing's right for Wichita State. Who looks like the big threat? Kareem Polite. He's a senior. He's played really well. So it's a balanced team for VCU. And it's a bit of a couple seniors in the backcourt and some diaper, an all-youth team in the front court. Okay, so let's get it tipped. Who will play UConn? And it's underway. Now, I'm very curious. I haven't really seen my team play this kind of under this magnifying glass, so I can see the way they're going here. But do really like this team. We got Grumman, the center, coming in next year. We got Herrera's out, who, amazing scorer. I don't think he can really replicate a three-point shooter like that in any way. Okay, stops playing for some reason. But Dexter Banta. The thing is, there's no point guard, though, unless Banta goes to point guard next season, and Dexter Banta looks nice. But anyways, let's keep an eye on this one. So if McAfee shoots well, it's going to be a good day for Wichita. I mean, you could say that about any team and any player, but as a small forward, why is it pausing all the time? Just go. That's so annoying. Oh, there's got to be something with dead balls and what's going on? Pause it all stops. No. Anytime it's a dead ball, it's just going back to that. So similar branding on these teams. We got the yellow and gold going at it. Yellow and black, I should say. VCU looks like a bit more of like a gold. I don't know, like 22 karat gold, a bit ugly yellow, kind of mustard. But the Shockers, they're definitely very bright yellow. All right. Can we get it going here? I can finally be a bit of a homer with cheering for my team a little bit in these ones. So, but anyhow, so at the moment, Kareem Polite's moving it around. McDevitt with the turnover. Now, it looks like foul trouble really kind of influences the way these games go. So, right now, no fouls for Wichita State. All right. We have a 2-point game here. Herrera, definitely let him shoot all night if he likes. And the man is not shy about shooting, which is good. See, here's the weird thing now. That plus symbol is back, but the play just keeps going. So just hope it doesn't stop. All right, so Ryan lied in the post, getting set up by Herrera. Herrera's going to get a lot of attention. And I wonder if Kev BK is scouting this one. How to play who and who to focus on. But right now, Ryan Lyde's having a nice night. So far, Kareem Polite is very quiet. But I had to call him out. He's gonna come after me now. Big blocks all around. Swagger and Polite with blocks. McAfee getting blocked. McDevitt with a big shot. So VCU goes up 4. McAfee with a nice shot. So he is a recruit that's turning out really nice. I think he was the Great Plains MVP last year. Definitely the top 5 at Great Plains. Georgie with the block there. Lied the other way. Lied's fouled. He hits both free throws, so that's key. He's getting tired pretty quick. It's going to be sad next season if he's having a great game here. I'm thinking about benching him next year. I shouldn't tell him that, but and McAfee to Herrera. Herrera, big 3. Shoots around that 40% and up clip. Definitely the best player to ever come out of Argentina. And he's just one of those guys where with Wichita State, I didn't have anything to really, to recruit. And there's an international sitting around like the 60 overall range and just gave him a shot. And man, he's been so good. Timmons adding to that. He ended up not going to UNC, just failing SAT, came back onto the market and ended up choosing Wichita State as his next spot. So Swagger answers right back. And Bellairs. So Bellairs, I ended up doing basically a red shirt on him when he had a great season, and I just crushed him. Like his stats, ratings went down so poorly. I thought keeping him was going to be a big thing, that I could even start him maybe next year. He might have to start anyway, but he's not very good. Ricardo Minor with a big shot. Bellairs just really fell off. Really fell off a lot. So right now, Wichita State, 5-point lead. Darren Shell hit a big three back there when it was an 8-point lead. We're into some of the bench for VCU now. We're into the bench still for Wichita State. I didn't realize Sullivan and Locklear, these two guys get a lot of run. They're terrible. Brown's good. There's a transfer I remember. These other guys, they're walk-ons. And Belair's with another big shot. This is the time. Can Wichita State get past the Final Four? Can I get back to a final? And it's been so bloody long. Herrera's got the ball. Top of the key. Back to McAfee. McAfee misses the three. And Cunningham. Am I jinxing myself? Cunningham with a big three. 5-point game. Cunningham with the block. Just taking over now. And Morey misses that. Timmons tears it down. Coming the other way. Lyde gets blocked. And McDevitt getting the rebound. Herrera's missing the three. McAfee missing the three. McAfee does not shoot very well normally. He's 2 of 9 as well. So just showing the way he plays. Loring cuts the lead down to 3. And that 8-point lead is evaporating fast. And it would have been almost all gone there if VCU hit that three. And Timmons hitting the deep J. It's nice to see that. And the call out by Bill saying that assist to turnover ratio being a big thing. And an and one from VCU. So that gets them within 2 in the first half. McAfee just chucking and missing. Timmons cleans it up. Timmons right now having a nice game. He is efficient, which is that matters a lot. Now there's a lot of tired guys out there for Wichita State. Lyde is under 50%. You think that Brown should get back. Brown off the bench should get out there to replace him. Turnover on VCU. Big three, Herrera, showing the range. Showing the kind of firepower he has. And yeah, Brown's like the only guy who's not tired out there. Replaces Lyde. There's 3 minutes to go. Lyde back in immediately. Interesting strategy here from the coach. Right here, unlike him to get a turnover. Big steal by Herrera. And Lyde turns it over. It just someone at Wichita State making a stupid mistake. Timmons with the rebound. And Herrera showing his mid-range game up to 10, the all-time leading scorer in the CBGM. And Timmons had a chance to add to it, but big rebound, Cunningham. We got a 9-point lead. Missed three by Mason. Lyde rebound. Big steal there by Cunningham. So the turnovers are going up for Wichita State. McDevitt, huge three. Doesn't want to go home. Now, Wichita State's lineup is just so tired, but McAfee hits the three. Shooting with his eyes closed. 3 out of 12. And Swagger misses. We got a minute to go in the first half. Will Herrera take a couple last shots to end the half? I certainly hope he does. Timmons turnover. VCU had it. Oh, McDevitt tried to go for the three. Try to get them closer before the end of the half, but now Wichita State can actually get it into double digits before the half. And Timmons, he does get it into the double digits. And one. Oh, they got the 12-point lead. Polite misses the three. Wichita State chance last shot? No. Just runs the clock out. Big half Wichita State. VCU is going to have to get it going. Mason hasn't hit any shots. 0 for 5 from 3. Herrera efficient in the time that he's shooting away. McAfee taking most of the shots. Very active player, though. He's a +7 overall. He's getting some rebounds, dishing the ball. So still helping the cause. Belair's had 2 big threes off the bench, and that's the difference at the moment. So let's get back to the game. Let's get back to the second half and see who's going to play UConn for the 2036 championship. And Campbell goes to the line. He was fouled by Lyde. Hits both. Nice to see your bigs hitting both. Gets it to 10. What are they going to have to do in this one to get back in it? Because Herrera just hits a big mid-range shot. And Polite trying to get going here. He's their leading scorer, so he needs to get going right now if there's any chance of VCU making a comeback. There's still lots of time. And we're getting Lyde fouled at the rim. He hits both. That's pretty key again for a big. And it's a 13-point lead. Polite trying to get him back into it. Timmons with the foul. Overall, though, Wichita State is not in any bad foul trouble. So Swagger's trying to take threes to get them back in it. And it makes sense for VCU to try to do that. But is it too soon? Should they just go for twos? And Wichita State's playing it smart. High possession baskets. Timmons with an easy deuce. He's in a double digits with Herrera. Lied with the rebound. Showing the balance of Wichita State here. And Timmons trying to take that same shot again. He missed it. McDevitt with the big offensive board. Down 14. Polite needed that offensive board. He missed it. He got another one, and he misses it again with the 14-point lead. They still got the ball. Mason finally hits a three. That is big for VCU. And Herrera tried to go shot for shot, missed it. Timmons grabbed the board, Polite with the block. Ball still with Wichita State. Polite with the foul. Timmons goes 1 at 2 at the shooting foul. Swagger hits a jumper. So it's a 10-point game. VCU starting their comeback. And answers back. So VCU's back to getting it within 9. Showing their balance as a roster. Fouls are picking up a little bit. Timmons a big shot. Dish by Reher. Stolen Timmons. Look at that stat line. 14, 11, 3. Power forward that is just very active. But Timmons gets blocked. And Herrera with a dunk, showing that he doesn't just shoot, he can take it to the rim. It'll be interesting to see how he does at the pro level. Will he even be an early draft pick or what? He is getting up there in age, though. Should be able to get some sort of spot like Stambolic, Dragutin, Stambolic. Herrera with another dunk off the steal. 15-point lead. And another turnover, unlikely from the point guard of Wichita State. Has really good hands. Missed shot McAfee tears it down. All over the glass, Wichita State at the moment. And Herrera showing the mid-range. This man gets to 20 points. That's his thing. It doesn't matter. He finds a way. He will get to 20. And right now, the bench is out there. Bel Air's. So this is not garbage time. I do not have people set for garbage time. But the bench is out there giving a rest to the starters. This is the time VCU needs to make a run. And still 15-point lead. This is the time that VCU needs to get it going. And still that bench is out there. So getting rest right now. All those Wichita State standout performers on the starting lineup. Lyde, Timmons, McAfee, Herrera. But here we go. VCU's starting to use this time wisely. If Bellairs is not going to hit shots, he's turning it over now. Here we go. This is what VCU needed. Down to 9-point lead. Taking advantage of the bench play. An interesting timing. They're not actually subbing anyone. Big dunk down low. Kevin Brown. Gets it back up over 10. Missed 3 by Swagger. Sullivan with the board. Right now, can they buy enough time for the starters to get rested? Minor misses the shot. They're really playing polite and Swagger right now. It's a gamble here. They're putting on the starters and just cranking them out there against the full hockey line change here from Wichita State. And they go back with the full hockey line change. Every starter back in now for Wichita. Every single one. They look pretty rested right now. We're talking high 90s, mid 90s. Herrera's really rested. And now the bench is out there for VCU. So this is the time now for Wichita State to just spank the crap out of VCU. VCU gambled and their best players are off. And now Wichita State's best players are out there. As you can see, VCU just running the time down. They don't even want to do anything or shoot. Trying to slow the game down for the guys to get rested. Now, will Wichita State try to speed up the offense? The wrong guys taking threes. Should be letting Herrera shoot 8 of 12. Instead, they let Georgie Boy take the three. Still an 11-point lead. The bench is missing threes. Wichita State, they need to get at least an easy deuce here. Start to get the offense going against this bench here. Polite with the foul. So they brought the starters back. It looks like they kind of bought enough time. Timmons was fouled, though, and he hit both. And McAfee finally getting it going a bit. He does have 13 points, but misses a lot of shots. So over 6 minutes to go. It was 16 down to 14. Polite got fouled. And right now, Wichita State brings it up, working the ball around. They got a big lead. Lied with the miss. Big rebound by the point guard offensively. Let's get Herrera a couple shots. Timmons. Big shot showing his abilities here. None of them are going pro either. Timmons and McAfee being around 40 to 45 OVR players. They're just not looking to go pro so soon. We got a 16-point lead, 4 minutes to go. Will Wichita State play UConn in the finals? I think it's looking this way. Well, it's not too much of a mystery. And my screensaver. And then turnover again by the point guard. Not that efficient of a game by Wichita State's point guard. But he's definitely stepped aside, just dishes the ball, does his job. Herrera's blocked by Swagger. All right, 19-point lead. It's looking like Wichita State will be in the final. Let's just call it as it is. Hopefully no one gets injured. Nothing bad happens from this point. We're up to 21-point lead. Timmons got his 20. Will Herrera get his 20? I was talking a lot of trash there. If he doesn't get his 20 a game, where I say he just gets 20 no matter what. Called it too soon. And we're almost done here. And we're almost done. That huge lead, though, is almost down to 10 to wrap up the whole game. All right, it's over. Sorry about that. Thanks, Sparrow. I was just zoned out and going back to my work laptop. But I'm going to the final, and I'm going to play against UConn and Kev. And thanks for joining the stream, everybody. Wichita State got it done by 11 in the end, by double digits. Herrera did not get that 20 after that call out, but it's all good. Thanks, everybody, and see you when we can stream next.